Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. I'm in pain, but I'm gonna play this game anyway. Today we will be starting chapter 0, not 6, 0. I don't know why that's a thing, but we're gonna do it anyway, because that's how this works. Okay, let's press start, load game, and let us begin. Chapter 0, heading to the school trip. Oh boy. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. Interesting. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting, for me. A person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Hi, Nagito. Do you like ships? No. Not really. I don't actually... yeah, I've never been on one, but I don't want to. That doesn't sound great. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. Oh. Are we not Hajime? It was clearly directed at me, and you looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You like ships, right? Ships? That's right, that's it. So this is a ship. You just realize that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want to talk a little, the silence is starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile, but under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor. Some kind of putrid, slime. He smells? Oh, I mean, okay. In a sensible way, of course. Oh. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive for those who were already finished. Nice to meet you, I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so share a room with a person like that. Yep, definitely lucky. Lucky? So that's your talent, then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. For someone I'm meeting for the first time, I'd say so suddenly. That's because I have luck as well. Oh, wait. Wrong button. No, I can't... Okay, no, I can't pause or anything, or I can't look up transcript. Okay, so I said mystery person have luck, ultimate luck as well? Makoto? Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? Starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us. Is it Makoto? That's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry, I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you, this world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent to stick together and oppress those who do. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. Okay, this is not Makoto. Never mind. Who is he talking to? Who's Nagito talking to? How boring. I just realized, I'll take a picture. That is something I can do. So we're taking a picture of Nagito. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail, I don't know. Well, the world is shaped by the will of majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. Who am I? Who am I talking? Who am I? Who is Nagito talking to? And that's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? It's completely different from me. What are you planning to do now that you've ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. Now it's my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person. That could be anyone. That person, are you talking about the ultimate despair? Oh, Junko? So Junko used someone, and now he's gonna use them back. So this is before Danganronpa 1. But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. Wait, they're already dead. Okay, so not before Danganronpa 1. Okay, Junko already dead. So this is after Triggered Happy Havoc ended. He's not... He could be talking to any of the survivors from the first game. But he says I possess luck, so I don't think Makoto would say half of the things this guy is saying. The contribution that person left to me, even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then will I be able to see you again? Can I ask what the frick is happening with your arm? Red nail. Wait, Junko had red nails. Why is... Is that Junko's arm? Or does Nagito just like feeling pretty? I don't know. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. Now I don't know anymore, Nagito. What are you doing? That's why I took her power, and for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Are you okay, Nagito? Oh, look at the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Okay. I think I got it. We're heading to the school trip. Jabberwock Island. So we're talking to someone that went to Jabberwock Island. Okay, so I got options. It's either someone from this class that maybe died or didn't, or it could be Ultimate Imposter. Byakuya? It could be Byakuya. That, or Monokuma said he's waiting for someone to arrive, and when Nagito asked, are they already here? Monokuma said, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? So maybe it's the person Monokuma's waiting for? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. I already know because I'm loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it is of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Participate. So they know about the killing game. I think I'm reading too much into it. I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? What? Oh. End? Wow, that was short. I thought we were gonna be here for a while. Okay. What now? Oh, we're Hajime again. Okay. Huh? What is this? Door. Wait, it's the door from the start. From the first episode. Yeah, it's a door. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I don't know if I did the first time. It's just so I can do it again. Because it is kind of a funny, out of context image. It's a door! What? There's a door. A door? Why is a door here? And where the frick am I? It's just a door, and we're in like an empty void with some like weird lines. Okay. Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? We going back to the start of the game? Wait, what? Yeah, we are back at the start of the game. A violin. It says a violin on the... So we're back at Hope's Peak. We were here at the start. Chapter 6, Time Unknown, level 63. Okay, so this is Chapter 6. I thought we were just gonna do exclusively Chapter 0 this episode, but, I guess not, because it's relatively short. Oh, hello.
No.
So there's another set of Monokumas. I thought there was only gonna be, like, 25. No, there's 30. Okay, so we have 4 more to look for. Because I didn't get the one in Byakuya's room. Gymnasium's here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. This is weird. What's going on? Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Oh, this is sick. I love it already. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of the door. Oh no, a basketball! It's a normal gym. Oh, everyone's here.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too. You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you mean, or what do you make of all of this? Monokuma said this place is Hope's Peak Academy or something. That cannot be possible.
Well, yeah.
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Why, you.
Hey, where are we? Why'd you lock us up this time?
That's...
What a shock, I just told you that, guys, this is Hope's Peak.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true. It is, guys, don't worry.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it, anyway. What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before, unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin?
Lies.
So you were serious about that? Oh, I forgot Nekomaru was here. Hello. I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy. You don't even feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I like it. It's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Don't fuck with
Enough
me.
with this BS, just spit it out already. Why'd you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we have entered the ancient ruin
In
and...
other words,
It means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean, between?
hey.
What do you mean, made?
What's this?
Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies? That only knowledge can satisfy? Very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then what's the graduation exam?
Hey.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're going to finally graduate,
Are you
but on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay on the outside world.
So...
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now. No, I kind of want to hear him out, though.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. The main cast. What? Main cast?
Hey.
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives.
Damn it.
So enough complaining. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever, otherwise the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. As usual, after leaving us with cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Yeah, he does that. What are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
Even so, I don't think we'd find all the answers to our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you already going?
Jeez.
What is this idiot thinking about running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything. Has she ever once thought about anything?
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
all right.
Oh my god, my freaking voice. Okay. So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at a green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez.
Akane already took off on her own. Might be faster if we split up to look around too. Like Sonia said, there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home. I honestly think Kazuichi's gonna live, and I don't like that.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. Alright, Fuyiko left.
Excuse me.
Akane definitely already left. I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and then left.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia!
Please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Bro, he is such a baby, I swear. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more and it's gonna end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate. Oh, this is... Is this the second to last episode? Oh. Hello. Hi.
I knew you could do it.
I didn't even mean to do that. My coin count is slowly gonna go up and I'm not even gonna be able to spend it, aren't I? There's nothing in here. Okay. It was just that one. It was just the Monokuma. Okay. Where to go? Where to go? I'm thinking. Oh, I just realized we're at... I was looking down. Hi, Sonia. We're on floor 5. Wait, what? How are we on floor 5? Okay. That's weird. Why is the hallway I walked through to the gymnasium, it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? Now then, he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over. He's so persistent. I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way I'll be able to... This won't be able to make me back down. This is like Trigger Happy Havoc. I love it. Oh, I can't leave. Okay. Did I check everything? Did I check this tree? If Hyoko and Peko were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. Don't remind me about Peko. I'm still sad about that. Did I interact with this already? I think I did. Okay, the book. What is this? It's a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma? Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this? That's how this tends to go. Let's start with the first history class.
Hey,
Reading manga in the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So, just as I thought Monokuma made this that totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really just want to ignore, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. Alright. A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. I'll take a picture of this. Okay. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. Okay. The story begins with an introduction of Hope's Peak Academy, a government-funded school. This is all going to say the same stuff as the first game. Built to raise hope in the nation's future. Many of its alumni are key leaders in various industries. The frick is Tristan texting me? He's sending random pictures I don't want to look at because it's probably gross. New students are chosen through scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak teachers who serve both as educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research, so they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Ah, so that's how I got here, gotcha. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, in the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak managed to amass sizable funds and began to further research talent to create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who could become mankind's hope. Makoto? But when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Interesting, okay. I'm almost level 64. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, the phrases mentioned at the end of the manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, these names are so melodramatic, there's no way incidents like this really happen. Bro, Kazuichi said the same thing. This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I'd learned something because of this manga, the Reserve Department. The department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. See, that was like the most chill reaction. Book. Another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? Why is Hope's Peak went bankrupt and is the trigger for the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history? If I read this manga, I will be able to learn a little bit more. Tragedy of Hope's Peak by Monokuma. Bro, what are these freaking... what are these covers? I kind of like them. They're kind of cool. I feel like it gets more degrading every time. Well, it probably... I don't know if that'll continue. But it's just the first one was all cutesy, and then this one is just a freaking JoJo art style with and a dude with a gun. Alright. See what I can learn about the event. Story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting of characters solving mysteries. I like characters solving mysteries. I like a Danganronpa 1. As the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. If it didn't, that'd be kind of weird. Key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Wait, I thought that guy was the founder. War? Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. They built a person, made them a student, and then that student caused the tragedy. I thought Junko caused the tragedy. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. Oh, wait. Was Izuru the one talking to Nagito on that on the boat? I don't know. I try to put things. I don't know if this is just a thing I do. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. It's just a thing I like to do where I just kind of like try to put things together and just hope they make sense. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru was known as a symbol of hope, and was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Oh. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident, though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they had been treated, and the uprising began. That heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, this incident would lead to a more horrifying and devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited Danganronpa /0. There's a Danganronpa 0? What? With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak. What irony. For a genius and known as the Ultimate Hope, to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like this is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something so offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But Ultimate Hope, Nagito mentioned that before too. But it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said is the true meaning of hope. For Izuru, hope means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me more of those talents, so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, that is reserve department. Here it said the Reserve Corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way I'd have no reason to do something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I love this room. It's so creepy, I love it. That's not a sentence I ever thought I'd say, because I'm kind of a wimp. But let's see. Okay, let's look around. Oh, I see Monokuma down there. It's freaking cold in here. It's like a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can leave already. Hello.
I've been found.
Okay. This is gonna say the same stuff. This is gonna say the same stuff. What else is there to look at? Okay, just the tarp, the morgue, and the book. Looks like a plastic tarp. Why is it left out like this? Clean up after yourselves, will you? Okay. Refrigerator. I've seen this in movies before. It's a refrigerator preserving dead bodies. At least that's what it looks like, but it's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school biolab isn't something you should joke about. It feels so forced. This idea should have been cancelled during development or something. What am I thinking? I love the fourth wall breaks. They're funny. Okay, the book. This one has a weird cover I don't like. There's another manga just laying around. Time. Manga for morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Well, just what we're looking for. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I'm gonna put on my glasses. Okay, just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something super lame. I mean, I don't know about that. Flipped through the pages of the manga, hoped I was right. Gosh, that looks awful. What is that? Ugh. Oh, they're using the Nagito background. I don't like it. Story about a creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. That's not good. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confirmed to the internet, and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But it was spread across the world. Certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. And the violence and death continued to spread. The shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was saturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. What the fuck? By the time the world realized what had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair, a war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war. That is messed up. Pure war, and because of that, there was no way to resolve it. I just realized, I think I forgot to take a picture of this one. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called the Ultimate Despair. Junko used it to her advantage. That makes a lot more sense than and I'm surprised I didn't get that sooner. Okay, instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of the society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair, and the powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Goddamn. You know what? Words. Oh my gosh. Do you want to know what I have to say to that? I have to say water break. Hashtag hydrate or die. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No,
Well,
no.
there's another thing I need to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What do you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who has the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. Who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive? Yeah, Junko Enoshima.
Yes, indeed.
Yup, Lady Junko Enoshima.
Hey.
As for the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. there was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with
Hold
me.
on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fricked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans are so obsessed with their philosophy, of uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest, echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason the incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who wouldn't have even been in a position to neutralize the threat. Then what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? Doesn't make any sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd just do that without any purpose.
hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. For Junko Enoshima's despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, everything, really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became... Oh my gosh, my voice. The ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children, like they dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. It's a Danganronpa game, Hajime. What do you expect? Do you know about the final days of the reserve for students during the tragedy of the Hope's Peak? Final days.
in other words,
Junko had the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean by final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs, they believed in what they needed to do, and so the 2,357 students of the reserve department all what the frick, bro? What? Wait, but what about Hajime? Wait, yeah, what about Hajime? What? Okay,
What'd you say?
all 2,300, so there's 2,358. And I just so happen to be the special one that didn't die.
Hey,
For a manga about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. Well, I mean, I knew that too, but Hajime didn't. Which I'm gonna be saying a lot during these last few episodes if this is just another lore dump chapter. Nothing wrong with the lore dump chapters, I kinda like them, it makes me understand things better. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima's dead.
like...
It turns out that the killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful, whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of the former students at Hope's Peak and forced them to kill each other. And she took away their memories, it's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcasted worldwide. That's a limit to being a cool asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So,
Students of Hope's Peak Academy were widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing those people to kill each other, for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. It's messed up. Huh, but that messed up plan was stopped by, Junko and Oshima failed. Junko lost to the students, she became, she placed in her trap, and after being overcome with despair that she created, she took her own life. And Junko's no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story's true or not doesn't matter. Junko and Oshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who's our enemy? Monokuma, probably. Wait, but, okay, now I have another question. If Junko is dead, who's controlling Monokuma? Because Monokuma was controlled by Junko in the first game. So either Junko's alive somehow and controlling Monokuma again, or someone else is controlling Monokuma in Junko's place. If Junko and Oshima's already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? It's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved in resemblance of that killing to a life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko, making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students of Hope's Peak Academy stops the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if it really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock, broadcasting somewhere, just like the surveillance cameras in the Killing School Life? I don't know. Killing School Life has been added, and another thing, water break. Hashtag hydrate or die. Alright. Killing School Life has been added, Ultimate Despair has been updated. Okay. Yeah. Man, Hajime, you totally knew about that story, huh? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I already wanted to read the manga version. I really wanted you to read the manga version since you took the time to draw it. Or since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean, raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. Oh. Wait, he said the same thing in the first game. When Makoto was talking to Sayaka, I didn't react to it. And if I did... No, I don't think I did. Whenever Monokuma makes a dirty joke, it's just funny. Especially when he does it to Kazuichi, because you know what he's thinking. He's just thinking dirty thoughts the whole time. You're not making sense again. And now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy! So what now? Hello. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. Okay, this episode is getting really long. That's the wrong button. This episode is getting long already. I think what we're gonna do... This is the final investigation of the final chapter of the game. We're gonna split it up. We just did the first part. I'm assuming it's gonna make me go down the building. So, if we were just on floor 5, then we're going down to floor 4, and then 3, then 2, and then 1, and then the trial, I'd assume. So, we'll do floors 4 to 1 next time. And then the final episode. So this is, I think, episode 26, so we'll have a 28-episode main story. And then we will do extra goody stuff at the end. We'll do the, like, island mode. I think that's a thing, probably. There's 2 other, minigames. And then we'll do the Magical Miracle Girl Monomi thing. Okay, so save 3 times, because if you didn't save 3 times, you never counted. And return to main menu. Pecco! Oh, I'm so sad. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Hope you enjoyed it. We're very close to being done with the end of the game. All we gotta do is finish the investigation, do the trial, then that's done with the main story, move on to side stuff like Magical Miracle Girl Monomi, and whatever the other 2 things are that, I don't have access to yet, so we'll do that at the end, and after that, we'll move on to Ultra Despair Girls, and then we'll do V3. Updates on other things. Astral Party content is still coming out. So you got that to look forward to. Street Fighter V character stories. We'll, again, do 5 episodes of that, and then a marathon stream. The marathon stream was actually originally supposed to be to... However, I didn't want to stream, and 2, I'm going to be heavily busy for a little while. So, I don't know actually when I'm going to do that marathon stream. My hope is Saturday, the 17th. Push it back a week. But, again, I don't know. I was originally going to do it on the 13th, or the 12th. And then something came up, and I was gonna do it today, then I didn't. I'm here doing this instead. So we're gonna do it on Saturday, unless something comes up again. Penguin Craft Season 8, we're fixing things. Things are getting way better. The server will launch when, the plugins that we're using for this season update to 1.21.1, and then we build like 1 or 2 things, and then we'll launch. I don't know when I'll make episode 1, because I do want to edit it fairly well. I do want to make it entertaining. So we'll see. I don't know when episode 1 will come out, but if you want more information on Penguin Craft, you can join the Discord server, which will be in the description. And I don't think I have anything else to say. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. And I will see you guys the next time I upload, which will be the second to last episode of the main story for Danganronpa 2, or just anything else, for any other series. Alright. Bye. Ah!